before I was a believer, I had everything that I thought I needed. If I'd have sat down and wrote out a list of things in my 20s of what I needed to be happy, I needed a good wife, I needed a nice house, I needed cars, particular cars, right? And I got those. I needed a couple of kids, I needed a good job. I had all that, and I wasn't happy. I wasn't miserable, but I wasn't at peace. I wasn't content. I recognized it, I guess is the point. I didn't recognize I needed Jesus. But I recognized laying in bed at night that I could not figure out what the next piece was, right? I'd lay in bed not content, not at ease. And I'd lay in bed going, what can I add, right? I don't need another car. I've got the house. I'd go through all the things I thought I needed, and they weren't the thing. And then I got saved. And that is a whole conversation. But what I needed was Jesus. I needed to put off the old man and put on the new man, right? And that is a continuous process that we go through. And our old man does not like it. That's the suck, right? Is that there is two people living inside you, and not to be weird or strange, but you've got your flesh, your selfishness, and you've got your spirit, which would be other-centered or focused on things of God, right? Things that he wants to do. And your flesh, your old man does not like that stuff. I talked about it on a Wednesday night, that your old man, it's kind of easy to figure out if it's God or you, is 90% of the time, the thing that God wants you to do is the thing you absolutely don't want to do, right? Because what's the hardest thing for a believer to do if you don't happen to have the gift of evangelism, right? Is to go, I could ask everybody here, the Lost in the 50s that's coming up. Hey, you guys all want to go out street witnessing? Everybody raise their hand, right? Francis Chan is if you guys don't know him, he's a pastor. He's had mega churches. He teaches at big churches, and he said, a pastor could call me and ask me that I needed on Saturday, I needed to come to his church, and he was going to have an event, and there was 10,000 people there, and he can call me on a Tuesday and tell me that I'm going to teach on Saturday, and I'm going to say yes, and I'm going to be there. And then after that event, somebody could walk up to me and say, hey, tomorrow we're going to go door to door and knock on doors and talk to people. You want to come? Well, I'm going to pray about that. Right? It is substantially easier to stand up here and talk to all of you than it is to go door to door, right? And the reason is that when I'm talking to all you guys, I may or may not be making a difference, right? And I'm but when you're going door to door, right, your flesh wants nothing to do that because it's going to affect eternity, right? It's going to affect somebody else's eternity, and